and still sings, God save the Queen, we'll love Earth, you need to move, brother. That's almost, I don't know what's worse, God bless America or God save the Queen. Or it's the same damn thing. You need to move. You should probably go. You probably should go. Y'all know what the queens have done over time? You know what the kings have done? You know who they've done and what they've done them to? Yeah, that's a problem. To me, that's like child abuse, to teach a child to sing God Save the Queen. Hell no. But sure, God bless America. I'm good with that. Listen, there's some, you know what? I'm gonna show you something. Because sometimes you got to be blessed. It says live. Okay, there we go. YouTube is live. I know I got a picture here. Let me see if I can bring this picture up. Nope, I didn't got it. I don't have it. Sometimes you gotta get a blessing. Sometimes you, oh, here you go. Yeah. Sometimes you do stupid things and you need somebody to bless you. Look, it's right here. This was a favorite documentary where somebody did something stupid. Somebody had a pentagon. Somebody had bioweapons lab. Somebody said, I want a Red Ryder pentagon. I want a Red Ryder banking system. You ever like go out the house and you're heading out and you're snowing outside, your friends outside. I want to go outside. Grandmama like, no, put your coat on. No, I want to go outside. Grandmama, I don't need a coat. It's like, it's snow outside. Put your coat on. You're going to catch a cold. You're going to get the cuckoo. And you say, Grandmama, I don't need it. Grandma said, okay, go on outside. Sometimes grandmamas will let you trip, fall, hit your face. Listen, you gonna hurt your immune system, you put those neonics in the food. You gonna hurt your immune system, you put that glyphosate in every damn thing. You gonna hurt your immune system, you keep poisoning people with EMF and all kind of crazy stuff. No, I'm going outside, Grandmama. Okay, Grandmama let you go outside. So I see some people laughing, they know what I'm talking about. Some of them know exactly what the hell I'm talking about. Yeah, sometimes grandmama let you get blessed. You come back in sniffling. All right, I'm done. I'm gonna get serious. YouTube. Here we go. Right here. I can see your comments. I'm bringing y'all in right now. Whew. Oh my God. Yeah, Ralphie. That's his name. Diane is on it this morning. Diane, what you drink this morning? They must be shooting up with the brother about to be in a debate tonight. They must be shooting you up too. Speed, ice. Opium, I don't know. What is the things that speed you up? Not the ones that show you that, because you got narcotics. No, uppers and downers. Is that what they're called? I got druggy friends. This is the part where they start acting like they're not druggy friends. Like, I ain't never done no drugs. They'll probably give them all kind of uppers. Diane is on uppers this morning. Uppers and downers. Is that what they're called? I got druggy friends. This is the part where they start acting like they're not druggy friends. What the hell? I ain't never done no drugs. YouTube, there we go. There we go. Look at that. YouTube about to be in a minute. Hang on. Uppers and they upping the hell out of them. They like up times 8. They probably went to a shaman. Like, yeah, the cartel stuff ain't gonna be strong enough tonight. They probably went down to the jungle, though. If there any shaman left, because they've been the pharmaceutical industry, been killing them and stealing everything they got, making synthetic drugs out of them. I bet you they had to go to the shaman. You think they're giving them ayahuasca or something? They're giving them something strong. I don't know what it is. Who are you talking about? I'm talking about mind my business. That's what I'm talking about. That's exactly the name. You ain't getting me. I know how this works. Hell no, I ain't saying no name. All right, there we go. Learning software. I just then got out of prison. I ain't going back in prison. Who am I talking? I'm talking about Berenstain Bears and Boo Boo the Bear. Isn't it Boo? No, his name's not Boo Boo. What is his name? Boo Boo and Ralphie. That's what I'm talking about. All right, I'm done. Look at that. Andrea in the house. Good morning, girl. Good morning. All right, let's do this. Let's turn the music and then we'll get serious for a minute, which is not really a thing. I'm never serious. I can't be serious. I want to take y'all serious. I can't take you serious like my family. I can't take them serious. I love them to death. And they just, oh man, I tell you what, my family, well, they even got that racism. I think they're going to beat it. I think they might, because they're not giving up. It's like men who are, what do y'all call? You like the persistent man. I like the man that just keeps showing up with roses and I keep slamming the door in his face. Y'all remember like, it was like the 40s and the 50s when men kept doing they kept showing up to the door with roses and vases and stuff and chocolates and be all dressed up, wear perfume and do their hair right, bring it to the side. If you got a little bald spot on the top like me, and the woman just persistence, keeps just slamming, pow, pow, breaking vases, bullet up in your face like, oh, I'm gonna get her one day. right? And like you would court a woman for like 800 years. Did somebody do that in the Bible? And the father gave the woman away like cattle to somebody else? Yeah, which is another thing that we could get into that. I'm not gonna get into that. Persistence. I tell you what, yeah, I don't know about your family. My family might beat this emotion. They might beat this racist emotion. They might beat the hell out. They're not quitting. They still texting me. I forgot. I woke up. Sometimes you just want to go to sleep. I go to sleep to rainfall, sleep to rainfall. I sleep good to rain. When I go to sleep, I got rainfall playing in the back, rain like it's raining. I tried the jungle sounds, and that didn't work out. I think it was some monkeys or something that probably chased me back a long time ago. I got that cellular memory, and I just kept rolling over. I couldn't sleep to the jungle sounds, but the rain, sleep to rain. I sleep to rain. Oh, good sleep. Good sleep. I don't know why. It might have to do with that. There was that study. Remember the study when they said when it rains, you get happy, like your cells become oxygenated, like your cells know you're about to drink water. Like when you get close to the beach and you're getting further from slavery, you're getting further from the happiness that everybody we consent and vote to take away from us to make us work like slaves, forced labor for debt and cars and mortgages. And the closer you get to the beach, the happier you feel. I don't know. There's a good study. That's science right there. That's peer review. See, I wonder if I get happy heading to vacation because I smell the beach, because the water is making my cells active, because I know I'm about to drink water and we die within 3 days without water, or because I'm just getting further from slavery, further from people who vote, who vote for my slavery, who vote for banning the bare necessities, food, water, oxygen, clean, organic food, land, and all the stuff that they refuse to give any damn body. So I sleep good at night. I got that rainfall sound. Sometimes I do waves. I don't sleep as good to waves, which is interesting too, because waves got salt in it. You know, it's kind of like the food that they put in children's lunches. All the salt to preserve it, you know, to debilitate their immune system, give them hypertension and stuff at the age of 10. Yeah, I don't sleep well to waves. And maybe that's because waves got salt in it. I sleep great to rainfall, rivers, streams. I sleep good to those too. But anyway, I sleep and I wake up in the morning. I sleep. And I wake up, before I meditate every morning. I wake up. I try not to open my eyes. I try to roll over, sit up, just in case that light try to creep in, you know, put my blindfold on. And of course, this morning was disturbed by a text message. I'm not gonna read it, I'm not gonna put them on blast. It's just, I don't understand, why are y'all in this fight? Please stop it. Yeah, well, by statistics, black people are doing worse than white people. I don't know why I'm laughing at that. I don't even know why I'm laughing at that. It's crazy. Am I crazy? I just said, you know what? Why does it matter? Why does it matter? If Ralphie right here couldn't get a Red Ryder BB gun, if he was starving and hungry and somebody had to stuff cookie, what is that? What are they eating Haiti, the S-hole country, because it is an S-hole country. And we did it. Yes, Urkel. Yes, you did that. Don't worry about who said it. You did it. Okay, fix it. And get the kids mud cookies and mud cakes to go to sleep at night. What if Ralphie had that? Would you look at Ralphie and say, yeah, you know what, Ralphie, I don't even care about you because you ain't got no black skin. You know what that's called, don't you? You know what that's called? That's called racism. It's called racism. That's exactly what it's called. I don't really care if black people are doing worse than white people. I don't care if yellow people doing worse than purple people. I don't care if Americans doing worse than Switzerland's. I do, well, kinda. I want a bunker. So, people don't matter. Only persons matter. That's my point. If you're new, you think I'm about to talk about Clarence Thomas is a good guy or I'm a Republican or something, that's not gonna happen. I ain't no damn Democrat neither. I am a human being. You don't get to put no slave owners got names on me. No masters got no labels on me. You try to attach a label to me, you get to Fred Sanford, all right? You're not putting no labels on me. And you ain't you black. You can get that back to the slave masters. All that matters are persons. People don't have experiences. Persons have experiences. If one person is starving, we got food, we give it to them. That's how we get down. That's the human race. It's what we do. If 20 million people need food, we don't check, well, what color is their skin? You sound as bad as a slave master, right? Well, 20 million people need food. We got food on the planet for 100 billion, or we could. Why do we need to know their religion before we feed them? Why do we need to know the nation they're in before we feed them? Why do we know what state, what their eye color, hair color, if they got 2 feet, crippled, blind, crazy, is stupid? You're stupid. I love y'all to death, but you're stupid as hell. All right, give up on the racism, give up on that fight. Besides the social economics anyway, and the funny part is I talked him around in a circle. He doesn't know it yet. He doesn't know it. I'm not gonna tell you which one of my family members it is. You probably already know, because he is relentless. He just keeps showing up at that door with roses in the face. Racism, we need to fight racism. I keep slamming the door in his face. It's like social economics, man. If you want to go there, somebody wrote a crime bill and somebody brought back Jim Crow. So you know who that is, and you probably know where you should stand on the issue. Social economics. When you put people in prison, yeah, the kids ain't gonna do as well as the last generation done did. So you got some problems. He walked right back around in the circle and said, yeah, but the laws are racist. I was like, yeah, but it's social economics. But who are you voting for? I didn't ask him that yet. I'm not going to do it. And it's unfair. It's unfair. I'm using my privilege and my supremacy because, you know, I spend all day just looking and reading and ain't got no kind of life. He got a wife and I don't, which means that I can spend time not cutting the grass, not cleaning the kitchen, not vacuuming, and no kind of honey-do list. I ain't got no honeys nor no dews. The only dew I have is in the garden in the morning. So I'm using my privilege over. So I try to be nice. I do. Oh Lord, he doesn't respond. I'm not gonna go there. I'm just simply saying that, you know, if you believe in a thing, then stand up for a thing. And if you're fighting for white people, black people, blue people, or yellow people over the other people, you're racist. You are. Oh, it's pride. That's not how that works. If you're prideful, they're prideful. The more of you are prideful, the more of them will be prideful. That is the core of where racism comes from. I'm prouder than you are. No, I'm prouder than you are. I'm prouder than you are, right? To deny another person because they got that skin color, especially in a time when we got enough for everybody, is the worst kind of racism. Isn't poverty the worst kind of war? So back to the topic here. Voting to ban the bare necessities, and it's just like the fight is in our mirror. The fight is in your mirror. I'm not going to respond to him right now, but the fight is in your mirror, man. You're not getting it. You are fighting yourself. This is a Truman Show. This is a Truman Show, and we're all in it. We're all in it because as much as we want to, we are one, yes, but we all have our own devices. We all have being programmed by our indoctrination, our different internet, social media, web pages, and all that stuff. All right, there we go. Let me greet people. It just, oh, I tell you what, oh man, monkey. I don't believe it's gonna be a debate tonight. I don't. I think they lied to y'all. I think they lied. Somebody gonna sprain an ankle, sprain a brain cell or something. No, I can't do it. Something didn't happen. I got something else I got to do. I can't make it tonight. No, I have not unregistered yet, Barbara Peters. That's why I stopped posting on it. I haven't done it. I want to do it, sis. I do. That's why I don't post on it, because I know people ask me that. I was on Pat Negron's page this morning, and she had a great post. You know, like, don't vote, rock the vote, stop the vote. You know, stop voting for banning resources from people like yourself and your children, everybody else. Stop voting. And I said, you know what, I'm going to give it a shot, Barbara. I'm going to go ahead and just post, yeah, y'all need to unregister. Well, think about it. Now, I think I posted it nicely. I didn't say, you know, because you're supposed to do what you're supposed to do, what you're supposed to do, and not tell other people what to do. So I think unregistering is the right way to do it. I think I got to go out to the Secretary of State's website to do it. And I kind of explained it why. I explained on her thread why. It's just, I don't think they care if you don't vote. I don't think they care. I think they care less. Do you think the Rockefellers are watching tonight's bait? Anybody think that the Rockefellers getting ready? You think they're on the live stream? Because they got a live stream countdown. It's going to happen in like 7 hours. Do you think the Rockefellers, the Rothschilds, the Carnegies, the Mellons, do you think that Jeff Bezos, do you think that any of these people are actually going to watch this? Think about it. Think about it. Oh, look at that. Closed caption. Ain't that so sexy? Anyway, good morning, Melissa. What's that? Woo, took time to shed. What you shed? Good morning, Daniel Dudism. Our species will continue to be destroyed by the Creator until we can see that no one owns our mother, let alone profits from, and we only have to take care of her and live happily, one love. And that's it, Daniel Dudism. And don't vote for nothing else. How about that? How about don't consent? How about when your politicians say that we love humans, we love every single one of you, we're going to stop banning things from you. We're going to live at one with nature. Oh, I know I'm in trouble, Daniel. I was on the I Love Science page this morning. What did they post? They posted something about the cuckoo virus. Let me see. I know I'm in trouble. Because it's a bunch of flying monkeys over there. It's a bunch of people who believe in religious science, not science, right? And they were talking about cuckoo virus. And so, I try to stay away from the flying monkeys and Land of Oz, but every now and then you got to tell people, like, because I think it was something about a joke about in America, people flock to the plague or something like that. And I guess that had to do with people who don't want to wear masks and they're not like really going along with the narrative. And I replied something to the effect of, first of all, this is not a plague. This is not a plague. It is not a plague. I tried to keep it in 2 paragraphs or less. Otherwise, people don't read it. Their attention span. The goldfish got 30 seconds. I think we're somewhere around 24. Somebody check my research on that. Check the science. I just said, well, listen, it's not really a plague. It's a war on nature, right? People don't understand what viruses are, and so they want to fight them. Why? Because the television tells them to. They don't want to educate themselves. They don't want to listen to virologists, so they're fighting what the TV tells them to. So, yeah, first of all, you're supposed to run at the virus. That's the number one, not that virus. I didn't say that. I didn't say the cuckoo virus. I'm just saying in general, the organic ones, you're supposed to get them. It makes you strong. You're supposed to run at bacteria, dirt, mud, fungi, put it in your face, rub it down your eyes and everything. You're supposed to play in it. That is a human child. That's what human children are supposed to do. Gives your immune system so you grow old as grandmama. Nobody got to save you. You can save your damn self. That's number one. And I didn't type all of that. But in general. And I said, I don't understand why people are warring on nature. Like, you're a scientific page. I love science, or I effing love science, whatever. Like, isn't nature science? Isn't biology science? Isn't physiology science? Isn't that science too? But they got a narrative. They got the corporation and politician science. And I said, the other part, I tried to keep it simple. Because it's just so hard nowadays. And I just said, but if you want to talk about running at a plague, we can talk about cancer. Because every single grocery store running full-fledged at it, every politician in America running right at it. It's not as funny when you think about it from a real plague perspective. Cancer is a plague, and we know it comes from the environment most of the time. It comes from the environment. Because they subsidize putting carcinogens on the food, in the air, in the car, in the beauty care products, skin care. They put carcinogens in it. Carcinogens cause cancer. That's a real plague. That kills more people than cuckoo virus. That kills more people than every virus that's ever been on this planet. And we run at it. And we vote for it. Some are running at a plague. We do. And then the people do. So the Congress members do. They subsidize it. Then the grocery stores buy it, and then people eat it and rub it on their skin and their face and stuff, and they hide from a virus in a cloth mask. But outside of that, and I think I wrapped it up at the end, and I just said, if we were actually in a plague, they would stop subsidizing what takes away grandmama's white blood cells to do other things. They didn't do that. They still subsidize it. In fact, if anything, they probably subsidize those pesticides and carcinogens even more. So obviously, we are not in a plague. Obviously, they don't care about a plague because they don't do anything about cardiovascular disease. They don't do anything about diabetes. They don't give 2 damns about the carcinogens, which is completely untrue because they do something about it. They give more money to those corporations and industries, so it's free almost to sell them in your country. They remove testing from it. I think Reggie did that. Who was the president that got rid of testing the things that hurt grandma? Who did that, right? They literally ban health from the people. They ban your immune system. They ban the things that you need, and we're still voting for them. Now I'm gonna watch the damn election debate thing, whatever that is, the Milli Vanilli, because I like Milli Vanilli. You ever hear the song, Blame It on the Rain? That's not the song. What's the song when they do that thing, they get the hair? What's the name of that song? Milli Vanilli, I gotta look them up. Hang on. What's the name of that song? I gotta change the title of this on YouTube. Is this the right one or you? Yeah, that's the right one. It's the simple bare necessities. I love that song. All right, you know what? I'm not gonna mess with the name of it. Let's do a search real quick. What's the Milli Vanilli song where they sing? And it's obvious that they were lying. They made it up. They staged the whole thing. Yes, girl, you know it's true. There you go, Melissa. Oh, so in girl, you know it's true. They hate you. They hate you. They don't hate you. The politicians, they just don't care about you. They ban everything you need. They ban everything you need. Like, you know, because we talked about the Invention Security Act and banning energy production, right? Like the whole climate change thing. Somebody had a nerve to say climate change to me the other day. Boy, I tell you what. I had to meditate before I said anything. Like they literally ban every other form of energy to guarantee you have to use fossil fuels. And then they've convinced you that they're fighting fossil fuel called climate change. They banned it with the Invention Security Act. We talk about that. So do you think that they ban medical procedures also? Like think about it, because that's Rockefeller oil. That's why they banned everything to force you to use fossil fuels for everything while you're fighting climate change. They banned all those forms of technology to create energy so you'll stay on fossil fuel for the oil industry. Rockefeller. But Rockefeller also owns the medical industry. Do you think, is there a law? Maybe I have to go back and read the Invention Security Act. Maybe it does cover medical devices and procedures because of the guy that made that machine that cured people's cancer. Didn't cure everybody's cancer because that's not how that works. But it cured some people's cancer, which is why they used the machine and the cancer went away. And they put him in prison. Who was he? He was a German guy, right? They put him in prison, they took the device and they banned it. That's not like the actions of a government or a trillionaire family. That's not saving grandmama. And they own your leaders who write the laws. They probably have another law out there that bans medical procedures. I mean, they already banned the compounds, right? They ban nature. They ban you from being a human. Anytime that somebody finds something in a berry, a nut, a seed, some leaves, or something that might actually get rid of one of the plagues that the big pharma corporations make big money on, and they're the biggest lobby in Washington, they use the DEA and ban the compound. Right? The last one I saw was Kratom. Right? They do everything they can to ban your bare necessities. Bare necessities, the simple bare necessities, the bare human necessities. Anyway, why do they make slaves out of everybody? That's all. They just want your labor. They want your labor. This is the part where somebody says, well, what's the solution? One of the new people, like, is he just going to talk about the problems? A million solutions. How much time do you got? There are more solutions now than problems. From the Zeitgeist movement, the Ubuntu movement. Besides, you ain't got to do anything because you got free energies, a UFO and a damn camera, and you got 3D printers. I explained that to my other family member who was on that same thread, and this person is in the technological field. You know, I know his brain has the ability to engineer and put that together. It's like when you made almost free energy and you've made 3D printers, there's no reason for a currency system to exist. So why are we talking about who has more money, white families or black families, when we know money should not exist? And it actually doesn't have to. It's not even if it should, it doesn't have to. You don't have to be a slave. The whole purpose of money is human labor. Now they don't need your labor. They literally don't need your labor. They just keep you working. That's worse than slavery. At least Massa needed the damn cotton. At least the masters in Vietnam needed the rubber. At least the masters in Africa needed the minerals, and at least the masters in Latin America needed the tin and the uranium. At least they needed that stuff, right? They had horses to buy. They had to fix up the house, the plantation houses, and they had to do all the criminal things they were up to. Our masters today that we vote for that ban reality, ban freedom, ban democracy, not democracy, sovereignty, ban all the good things. Food, water, freedom, oxygen, organic, anything. We consent and we constantly vote for them. Banning the bare minimums. Anyway, let me read some comments. Let's see where this goes. Oh, yeah. I want to talk about Jeff Bezos a minute. Can I do that? No, he doesn't own Google, right? No, he owns he owns Amazon, which I don't know why y'all still have Amazon. Why is there an Amazon truck on the road? Amazon trucks should already have been like turned into, I don't know, cake delivery trucks or something. they should have been turned into seed trucks or produce trucks or something important. Why is anybody still buying from this megalomaniac is beyond me. No, he owns a Washington Post. I want to look at that and talk about that. Got an old clip from Rogan when I forgot his name. What's his name from Rogan? I got some ideas. I'll show you that in a minute. Anyway, good morning. Good morning, Cat Stevens. Better for the soul for you to recognize, and the better for the soul to recognize you are a survivor of a hard life. I like to believe we survive as we have a good purpose. Yeah, I think we do, Cat. I think we all do. I think the whole planet has a good purpose. And I think there's survival, then there's artificial survival. And right now we're trapped in artificial survival because we're giving an artificially hard life to live by the billionaires and trillionaires that own the politicians everybody's voting for. Hey, Citizen Dev. All right, move over here so I can actually listen without fighting the computer brain freeze it has over on Facebook. All right. Yeah, back on YouTube. Howdy. Good morning, Citizen Dev. Good morning, Ms. Blanche. What? Dang, I missed it. I went to go comfort my dog. Why'd you go comfort your dog, Citizen Dev? If you're gonna pick the dog over me, then damn it, then you missed it. You missed it. I'm gonna delete the video now. See, look at that. That's how that works. Good morning, Ms. Blanche. I can't believe you told me that live. Did y'all hear that? Damn, that's cold, Citizen Dev. You've been here for about 5 years with me. She said, I was going to listen to Gerard, but the dog was barking, so I need some water, clean up some pool pee. I had to take him out or something. Gerard, just you're going to be talking 8 hours anyway, so damn it, let me take care of the dog. That's like the man who keeps showing up with the flowers and the vases. Like, oh yeah, you might get me one day, but that day is not today. Slam the door in the face. Oh, you gonna come back tomorrow, some flowers and roses? You so persistent. It's kind of like voters in a way. That analogy could work too. Beaufort, good morning. Laws infringe on everybody. They do, Beaufort, except the authors. Right? The authors, they break the laws all the time. Anybody in bed with the people buying the laws, the industry buying the laws, they are never subject to that laws. In walks Epstein Island, child trafficking, human labor, human sex organ trafficking. I'm not even sure if that's a thing. I'm pretty sure it is. I don't know how I put all together. I was thinking human trafficking, sex trafficking, and organ trafficking. It all kind of came together and just, hey, this is another reason God needs to bless us with a good smite. I bet you they do traffic human sex organs. And if they don't, I already put that in the ethos. America gonna start on it. Somebody going, damn it, that's a good idea. I never thought of that. they got that pen out right now, like, oh yeah, cause if people pay that much for a liver that we get from a war zone, imagine what they'll pay for a pineapple. Imagine what they'll pay for a small. All right, let me stop. That's going to the wrong place. If it makes money, United States Incorporated is doing it. I guarantee you. Good morning, D. Good morning, Sandy. Man in the mirror. That's it, Diane. That's the only thing we need to focus on. The man in the mirror, or the woman in the mirror, or the man, woman in the mirror, whatever you are. I'm fine with what everybody is. The mermaid in the mirror, too. I'm fine with all of that. Just focus on you, fix you, don't worry about other people. And that thing, when you start fixing things, then share with people what you're fixing, right? Share with people. When you learn things, share with other people what you learn, like these signs behind me. Banks run the damn planet, okay? Banks are like mama, giving allowance to your government. Please stop voting for governments who don't have a say. You're literally voting for a child that must go rake leaves, clean the kitchen, and eat all their dinner before they can do anything for you, right? Like, think about it like that. So central banking, if your government has a central bank and is controlled outside your country, who decides Who writes the legislation? Who is the master and who is the slave? The government is the slave. They literally have to go to the bank to do anything. Bankruptcy. What is bankruptcy to a corporation? You know, you don't have a government above the state level. And any NATO country, I guarantee you all the NATO countries, all corporations too. So you got governing corporations. What is the death of a corporation? Bankruptcy, or the beginning of it. It's hospice. Either way, how do you torture a country? Debt. You put it in debt. So if you have a country that's actually in debt, that makes the bank the terrorist. The bank can torture your government. The bank can torture your country. The bank decides. They're literally waterboarding your government, telling them what to do while you're still voting for the fantasy show and the politicians. It should be common sense. It's like the mom. The mom is giving the allowance, or the dad is giving the allowance to your government, and you don't get to vote for the bankers. And you're like cheering the toddler. And the toddler has no say. The toddlers are dependent on the bank. The toddlers are dependent on mama. No say at all. Besides, what are the campaign issues? What are you going to talk about? What was there to talk about? The country's dying. The world is failing. The global world, the corrupt, criminal, crony, foul world is getting a blessing from God. God is blessing America. God is blessing the whole earth right now. Shutting down all of these wars and criminal trafficking and all the stuff that they're up to. What are they going to talk about? What do you talk about when you're failing? What is there to debate about, right? What is there to, like, failing? I'm going to think about a marriage. So if you're in a failing marriage, if you're in a failing marriage, a guy, he just can't keep it together. They're going through a divorce. It's not working out. The woman got a part of it, but we're just doing the guy in this example. And it's obviously failed. He done did some things, she done did some things, it's not working out. He obviously does not know what he's doing, all right? And it's like two women like fighting over him. It's like, wait a minute, so he can't make it work out. And how many elections have we had? 24, 45, 46? How many elections have we were and we ain't figured it out yet? So now the marriage is failing. What exactly are you discussing? What are you debating? How to fail faster? How to make it worser? How to make the slave plantation digital? What is there even to debate? What are the issues in America? Somebody tell me, what are the issues? I know y'all know the issues. Don't act like you don't know. I'm not going to chastise you. I love you. What are the issues? What are they going to debate about? Who can cure the population fastest of nature? Literally. Cure the population fastest of nature or of the bioweapon they made. Is that the debate? You'll go to the people who caused all the problems to debate the solution in a failing nation, in a failing world, with a failed model. What is there to talk about anymore? The only thing to talk about is feed the people. That's it. The only thing to talk about is leave the people the hell alone. The only thing to talk about is give the land back to the people. Are those on the debate topics? No. That's all going to be entertainment, but I'm still watch it anyway. I have to watch it. I don't have a choice, right? Like we realize we've been lied to about everything. They said, oh yeah, you know, the numbers for rape are going down. The numbers for war are going down. We got food systems that are going up. Life is getting better. For who? Exactly for who? For us. That's it. Us. Me, us. Life is getting better for us in the modern world. Standing on slaves that we keep third world countries. How is that a good idea? So we pushed all the rape over there. We pushed the human trafficking over there. We pushed all the child labor and child trafficking over there. For the most part, we still do it here. But we push most of it. So none of that got any better. What actually has gotten better in a world with government? Somebody tell me. Maybe I'm wrong. I could be totally wrong. Tell me I'm wrong. What has actually gotten better? What from the dark ages and the medieval times have gone away that we just hadn't pushed into another nation? Like I had to tell that to my family member this morning. They were like, yeah, well, you know, the black incomes and the white incomes ain't keeping up with each other and blah, 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 blah. And I'm like, well, all right, well, how's your income doing, brother? How's your income? I know you. I grew up with you. I grew up with you. Okay? I know what kind of car you drive. I know the house you live in, and I know what you do for a living. What is this us? Us. You know, what is this us aren't doing bad? You're doing great. I know a whole lot of people got your skin in that ain't. So it is no us, it's you. You're doing great. You are privileged. And that's how I told him, my brother. I said, oh, damn it, I ain't told him. Y'all don't know him anyway. I was just like, look, I grew up with you, man. I grew up with you. We grew up privileged. We were the supremacists. We were the privileged ones. but the poor blacks didn't have nothing. So what does that make us? What does that make us? There is no us. We were privileged. We had a mother and a father. We had food, water, all of that. Over even the white folks in our area. That's what I'm saying. I don't like this. I don't like bullshit. I don't do bullshit. Right? We got the resources to take care of everybody. Just take care of everybody. Just take care of everybody. You know, stop voting for governments and banks that just produce enough and just drop enough chicken bones from the table to keep everybody fighting each other. And stop worrying about this nonsense that amounts to nothing, because it's amounted to nothing. Amounted to absolutely nothing. All right, Gerard, what's that? I know you hate compliments, but just find you so special. That's what my mama said, and one of my teachers has said that too. When I see special, I feel drawn to share to everyone. Oh, well, thank you so much, Melissa. You always tagging people. Appreciate that. Yeah, they say I special. I had a teacher say I special too, Melissa. She tried to put me on a short bus. My mama wasn't having that. My mama knows she gangster thugness. She was not having the teacher because you know what? Did I tell that story? Did you hear that story, Melissa? One day I thought it was a good idea. It's kind of like the government. They think that, the war on drugs is a good idea. Let's create poverty, scarcity, and a war on the citizens. One day I was sitting in class, Melissa. I thought it was a good idea because I had a fro. And I didn't want the fro. The teacher was talking about something. You know how like the Snoopy, the teacher on the phone, and like she started off talking about biology or something, and then and I got some scissors, and I think they were Snoopy scissors, and I got a bushy afro. You know what? That's a good idea. I'm gonna cut my hair. Damn it. You know what? This is a good idea. That way my mama don't have to take me down to Southeast DC to get my hair cut. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and cut my hair right here. Efficiency while the teacher's talking. I never even thought about it from the teacher's perspective, Melissa. Like the teacher's up there teaching, like, what if you were a teacher and you saw me sitting in your classroom with an afro? How old was I? I guess I was about 8, 6, 5, I don't even know. And I just started cutting your hair. You know, the teacher talking like, yeah, okay, you know. I was cutting my hair. So actually, you know what? I changed my mind, Melissa. It actually makes some damn sense now. Now I know why the teacher tried to put me on a short bus. I just never viewed it from her perspective. See, now I tell y'all about you supposed to do things from other people's perspective. You know what? If I was sitting and I saw me cutting my damn hair in her class, hell yeah, that's a call home. Melissa, you just helped me. Thank you. Damn it, I never even thought about it from her perspective. That's right. Hopefully my mama didn't cuss her out. I have to ask my mama today, did you cuss her out? Because what they tried to do, Melissa, they tried to put me in, they had a thing called the wing. It's the wing. It's where you put the people like the people about the debate, half the people that about the debate tonight, if they got something that ain't working right, they shouldn't be in no damn debate. They put you in the wing. It's called the wing. In the place where you put people that's special. Like you said, Melissa, special. Is where you put the special people. And they tried to put me there, and that's when my mama flipped out. She perked out. You ain't putting my son in the special place. Damn it. One day he might want to be president. Let me stop that before that gets dark. So yeah, everybody's special. Everybody's special. And everybody in the wing was special, right? Everybody has a skill. Everybody's here for a purpose. That's why we got to stop voting and consenting to the people trying to send everybody away early. Trying to send grandmama away early, right? So I appreciate that. Yeah, I was thinking about, damn it, I guess you know what? I'd have put me on the special bus there. I'd have fought it too, because my mama would have showed up to me, and if I was a teacher, I'd have fought it. I was like, no, you don't understand, Miss Hay? No, Miss Hay. Miss Hay. He was cutting his afro while I was teaching mathematics, okay? Nobody does that. But meanwhile, you know what? I like to think that I'm a leader. I like to think that I'm a leader and nobody should follow me, which is a weird thing, Melissa. So you got to watch a whole bunch of these things to understand what that means. But like, I don't follow nobody. I think everybody's a leader. I don't follow nobody. I don't give two damns what anybody's thinking about what they're up to, what they're trying to teach in front of the class. My mind was, I was probably thinking about how to ban okra from the planet. That probably was what I was thinking about. I didn't know I had time for no math. We got to figure out how to get these nasty things that make people vomit and have diarrhea. We got to get this off of this planet. It's just every kid thinks differently. Every kid is in a different space, and it doesn't mean that they're special, doesn't mean that they're wrong. Some children aren't designed to sit in classrooms with 30 other children and talk about one damn thing, and they get bored. Real talk, Melissa. No, I don't like compliments because I don't want my head to get big. My head is big enough. Look at this. Look at this right here. Look at all that. Does that need to get any bigger? Look right here. Look. See, you see that thing don't need to get no bigger. So now I don't do compliments. I'm always trying to perfect myself, and I know I'm never going to get there. And the only way I get there is I got to know that I got a lot to work on. So if I actually solve one thing, I just move on to something else. Or if I get it good enough, I keep moving, because I'm never going to be where I need to be to do the things I'm supposed to do on this planet where we ban everything, all the bare necessities that everybody need to do the things they're supposed to do. So they lose their damn minds and commit suicide or get the cuckoo virus and leave early from things that nobody should ever get. Oh, damn, it's raining. I might be here a minute. Plantation gonna be light on work today. We might be here a minute. What y'all want to talk about? Oh, no, I said we're gonna do, let's gotta do a little piece of this real quick. Where is it at? I don't know if y'all want to hear that. Jeff Bezos. No, we got to, because I had a thought about this. Oh, Christine. Ooh, we should talk about what you sent me too. Christine had Guru said that y'all supposed to get the cuckoo virus and get the hell off the planet. I'm sorry, Christine, to put you on blast. I agree with your guru. I do. We can't get our act together. We ain't supposed to be here. I think tied up with what Daniel said earlier, I think the earth is alive. Like I was listening to I was listening to my scientists. I rag on scientists because I'm an engineer. That's what I'm supposed to do. Science is literally the art of ish. It's never settled, and they like to pretend it's settled to sell products because that's what they got to do to pay their mortgage. I was listening to my scientist this morning, to hate him. Where's Neil deGrasse Tyson from? Where is he? I love Neil deGrasse Tyson. I listen to him all the time. I do. I don't trust him, but I listen to him. He need grant money. He got to pay a mortgage. But at the Hayden Observatorium, I'm saying it all kind of wrong. In New York, where he worked, and they have the Isaac Asimov gathering. They did the Isaac Asimov scientific gathering discussion panel on Zoom. So I had to watch that, especially it was about alien life. So I had to watch that. I was listening to that this morning, and had me think about what is life. It was interesting because they're saying, well, what is life? What is life? It's gonna get a little crazy. So sane people, y'all should probably leave. You should probably go. So he had a AI engineer, robotics engineer, and there were like 7 biological scientists in the Zoom conversation. Scientists on Zoom, scared of nature, scared to go outside and get the cuckoo virus. We could go there all day. What is life? Like the search for extraterrestrial life. What does life look like? What is life? It's just like listening to hear all of them explain it. I have to say that I'm prejudiced, and I agree with the robotics engineer, where he basically said, I don't know his name. He basically said that life probably is a thing that can recreate itself hardware-wise and upgrade its software. And he left it at that. And it was deep, and I was thinking about that. Like, okay, so life is anything that can replace its hardware, that can upgrade its hardware. Like us, we have babies, got to do a little cuckoo stuff to get it. A little fun. My God made it so much fun. Which is why that man keeps showing up with roses and flowers and vases. Someone outside that damn door he needs. Stop being so hard on men. We were made this way for a reason. But robots could be alive. That you could have an AI. Because if it can upgrade its software, and the way you do that's through school and online education, whatever, and it can build more of it. that is a definition for life. And so it can be based in carbon, can be based in silicone, can be based in all kind of different things. Could be based in energy. And this is where my mind was going with it as they were fighting with him. That life has to be biological. You biological bigots, y'all are racist. Cut that out. Like the human mind, it always goes to the extent of where it is. And it has to, everything else has to measure up to it. Carbon-based, biological, got to have some cells in it. Racism. Because that's what that is. It's prejudice, it's supremacy, and ignorance. We just got here a minute ago. We don't know any damn thing. But the only thing I would add to his definition, which I like, because energy could be life. Maybe we evolve to a point where we transcend. And as we transcend, we look back at the biologicals like they're bacteria. That's where we came from. Like, oh, they're building cities. Oh, they're not cute. Look at the humans. They down there building cities. Yeah, they're not alive yet. They ain't even got there yet. They don't even know that the definition of life is energy. But the other thing I would add to what is alive, what is life? Probably sentience. I think sentience, consciousness, might be required for a true definition of what is alive. Because if you murder the ecosystem that you need to live, how could you be sentient? How could you be alive? If you murder the offspring that you recreate as a model, government, vote for more, how could you be alive? Like there's something missing. I guess you could, I don't know, living versus alive, that could go in a bunch of different directions. But we always take the level of our ignorance and apply it on everybody else. Back to my family. You know, you're born black or you're born white and you're given this indoctrination, or born American or Christian, whatever you want to do. And that is your premise for life. Like, you're right. You're trained up to think that you got it figured out. And so you go out there and vote in a bigoted method to try to make everybody else like you. It's a good idea to go out there and vote for a system that uses guns, poverty, debt, cash, credit, mortgage, all the things behind it. Use those things to whip the population, to whip the other people into compliance with you because you think you're right, and you think you are alive, and you think you are sentient, and you think you are conscious, and we know we're in an ever-evolving ecosystem. I went a whole bunch of places to just simply say, I think the planet is alive, y'all. I think I do. I think the planet is alive. Going back to what Daniel said, I think the planet is a living thing. Because if rocks are conscious, how could a planet not be? If everything is conscious, everything is measuring everything. Because you know what this, did I mention that? Did I mention that crazy thought 4 days ago? I was having a crazy thought. So if everything is conscious via the double slit experiment, look it up, and everything is constantly measuring everything, that a thing doesn't get rendered until something else around it has a relationship and measures it, and it actually renders it into existence. So rocks are conscious, cells are conscious, particles, everything is conscious, has a little piece, particle thing, droplet of consciousness. It's like the PCR test, fragments. Everything has a fragment of consciousness. Like everybody who ever got a flu shot got a fragment of cuckoo virus, but that's another whole long discussion that'll get me thrown off the internet if I actually tell you the truth. Tired of being in jail. So if everything has a piece of consciousness, then the earth is conscious. If the earth is conscious and it's measuring us, and it's measuring everything on it, what happens when it measures something that is throwing everything else out of whack and out of balance? That's when God blesses America. That's why I keep going back to that. I don't know why I relived my childhood. I just stay there. God bless America. I just don't think that the blessing is what you think it is. I gotta go somewhere real quick. Not go somewhere. I need to go somewhere and show you a video, but the commercial came up and I'm now critiquing commercials. I think this is fun. I like critiquing commercials. Think of how many people took to make everyone in your house. I mean, think of how many people it took to make everybody in your house. I think of how many people it took to make the whole planet. And Yoshabel, we all come from the same people. We all come from the same people. We all come from the same few people. Which is part of why all the presidents are related, which is the fun part. I like the conspiracy, but in reality, everybody's already related, and the presidents tend to be related closely, and there's something about bloodlines in that actually does make some sense. But we've only had, what is this statistic, like 45 generations? It's like something like 40 or 55 generations of humans, and everything before that we don't know a damn thing about. All right, check this out. I like seeing the commercials. This is who oppresses us. This is something you should never buy. It's a piece of slavery.
Is owned by Jeff Bezos, the richest guy in the world.
About the Washington Post.
And he sits on a Pentagon board, and he has a $600 million deal with the CIA, and he runs the paper of note.
Wait. $600 million deal with the CIA?
Yeah, which is
that what Amazon Alexa's doing? So Amazon Alexa's just gathering up information on everything you do?
Yes, it
that
is.
That fucking thing bothers the shit out of me, yeah.
Yeah, it's not good.
Jamie and I were just talking about that new Apple Home thing, which has the most amazing microphones. Jamie was saying that while the music is blaring, you can say, "Hey Siri," just real quiet. "Hey Siri, why don't you suck my dick?" Siri's like, "I can't do that, sir." Details about the CIA's deal with Amazon: $600 million computing cloud built.
Hang on, I'm gonna call fake news on that one, because well, no, I can't really. I'm gonna call fake news on that one when it comes to Google. I sing in my kitchen. Is what I do, and I post about singing in my kitchen sometimes because I think it's fun. But I have to yell to get Google to turn down. So Alexa might have microphones that can hear better, that's listening to everything in the room at all times. I know when I got Bob Marley up and it's a little too loud, I have to raise my voice to get Hey Google to shut up and go to volume 20. So I'm gonna call fake news on that one for Hey Google, but I don't know what Alexa does.
By an outside company is a radical departure from the risk-averse intelligence community.
So now they're in bed with the Washington Post, or Jeff Bezos.
Jesus Christ.
And now he also sits on a Pentagon board.
He's got so much money. He's fascinating to me because, like, how do you keep going when you have 105 billion? Like, what's getting you up in the morning? Like,
so he's a megalomaniac, right?
Yeah, he
so
must be.
How do
105 billion. What gets you up in the morning? You already can buy everything. How much is too much? What happens to the world if we keep making billionaires? And this isn't the point where I judge Jeff Bezos. I have no judgment for the man. We have a world where we think it's okay to have a Jeff Bezos, and most of the people buy from him and vote for more. And the CIA is part of what they're voting for. So, and the CIA is largely behind most of the death and destruction in the world, toppling nations, the human trafficking, child trafficking. We had a few CIA people admit that. They're the ones behind all the dark things where God needs to smite the planet. Mostly the NATO countries. We vote for it, so I can't have a problem with Jeff Bezos if I vote for it and I consent to it too. But this is an understanding that when you have a planet where it's okay for one person to have billions of what other people die from if they only had, how much does it take to sponsor an American now? $1,400 a month? Is $1,400? Is it okay that if you can sponsor people for $50, $60, $100 a month so everybody has food, how is it okay? Why would we consent? Why would we consent to a world like the very model that people want to be billionaires and a system that makes it okay that other people die from those things, like, and die horribly? Their country gets invaded and blown up because they just don't have enough of these coins and these jewels. We're sick. We're sick. We're psychopathic. I still get text messages about how people want to be billionaires. They want to be rich and wealthy. I joke about it all the time because I don't want none of it. I don't want none of it. I'm a scrub. I'm a scrub. TLC wrote a song about me. I'm a scrub. I'm a man that's a scrub. I have no interest in your wealth. I have no interest because every dollar you make is a debt another child has to take. You can't post anything on Instagram, pick the chat, or TikTok that's been unbanned by Trump. I think he banned it. I think the Supreme Court unbanned it or something like that. I don't know. I got to pop up. I barely pay attention to that stuff. Everything that you post out there, even the car in that ad, in order for you to have that, how many people had to die? How much blood is coming out the back of that machine? You know, for you to post the shoes and the clothes and the big houses, the McMansions, all the stuff that you need to know that you're not with a scrub. Nah, at my point in time in this life, my soul, whatever that is more important than your popularity on Instagram. But I still get messages, people text me, yeah, I want to be a billionaire, want to be a millionaire, want to be wealthy, want to, you know, how, if you want to be, then you're no different than Jeff Bezos, at all. At all.
You accumulate more wealth than any person in the history of the world. That means kings, queens.
That's not necessarily true. The reason why is we don't count the same kind of money that the oligarchs have. Like, especially people that, first of all, people have said that it's very possible that Putin is the richest man alive because they're not counting how much money Putin has stolen from all the various companies that he's just sort of absorbed and that he owns all that stuff. But also we don't count all these kings and these princes in the Middle East.
Real talk. Real talk. Real talk. That is one topic where that was the first topic I realized that there are certain people that you cannot talk about at all. And they come from Russia. And if you really start talking about them specifically, like I didn't understand, when was that? 3 years ago, when I first realized that listening software is on, it's translating your words, and it literally will shut your video off if you talk about the wrong things that aren't allowed. The people with the real money you can't talk about. Russian oligarchs, you don't get to talk about. Trillionaire families, you don't get to talk about. And trillionaire families you can talk about. But the actual people who probably own trillions of dollars, they're not even allowed to mention their names. They're on a do not talk list.
They're not public people. Like
Okay.
Real power is never
So let's
public.
say of all the people we can count, he's the richest guy.
A billionaire friend of mine, who's a legitimate billionaire, told me that it's entirely possible that some of these guys are trillionaires. Some of these Middle Eastern guys. He's like, you've never seen wealth like this. It's insane. Do you know in the United Arab Emirates, they make it rain every week?
Literally.
Once a week. They make it
literally
rain.
make it rain.
They seed the clouds.
Literally, they make it rain. People with the real money, the real power, you will never meet. I was talking to a person who worked at the Mayo. Is it the Mayo or Cleveland? I think it was a Cleveland clinic. I forgot which one. It was about the Mayo Clinic. Said that when any of these Mideastern kings, queens, and their family and the princes get sick, they literally rent out an entire floor of the Mayo Clinic. It's Mayo Clinic or Cleveland Clinic. I forgot which one. I think it was in Michigan or Ohio. I forgot which one they were telling me about. They literally take the whole floor. The entire floor grandmama can't go to. The entire floor. And then there was one who just didn't like the view. And so wrote a check and they re-landscaped the entire outside the hospital in view of the windows of that particular floor. Real wealth, we don't even understand. Real power will never debate. Real power doesn't watch debates. Real power doesn't vote, nor does it care who you put in office. Because all of those people work for the corporations that lobby them. All the corporations work for the industries. The trillionaire families own the industries. And the people with the real power probably push the trillionaire families out in front of us so we'll think that they're the ones who control things. Real power isn't dumb as we are. Real power doesn't let you vote to change your world. Real power doesn't let you vote to get rid of prison systems and war and all the things that keep them in power. Real power will never let you take out what they use to control everybody, and that's division. Because if you're divided, you're conquered.
Really?
They make it rain. Yeah,
They
because
make
they're
it
in the
rain.
desert. And they're like, I don't like this. I like it to rain. So they fucking put all that shit that they have to put into the sky to make it rain, which they've been doing forever, cloud seeding, but insanely expensive. But they do it once a week.
Is now a good time to talk about geoengineering? I love it when people, because you know what, the way the thing is with this world, there's always something going on that makes you crazy. There's always something you get up in the morning like, what the hell is going on today? And you forget the basic common sense logic that yes, if people make it rain, in Bahrain, then why would people not make it rain or not rain in Brazil? If billionaires in Bahrain make it rain because they like to see grass, then why would people in Brazil, what's his name, Bolsonaro? Why would he not make it rain off the coastline to dry up the Amazon jungle so he can set it on fire and sell hundreds of billions of dollars of acres to try to make some money to try to catch up to America and the rest of the criminal nations that God blesses to compete? It's a very simple logic. You know, geoengineering is a great topic. Most of the people already know about it, so I'm not going to waste your time with it. You should go look up the weather patterns, right? The weather tools that they had since JFK. They've been playing with the weather for over 60 years. And JFK told you that eventually the climates were going to change if we keep letting people in top secret play with these weather weapons. This is what we talked about yesterday. When the whistleblowers who say things that you thought were crazy and they linked it up and said, hey, it's a new world order coming. When that happened, you need to go back and listen to those whistleblowers. And those whistleblowers told some fantastic tales like the one yesterday, which means that either their tales were fantastic or the lies we are told are fantastic. They literally make it rain.
So
52 times a year it rains there.
So what do you see a problem with the richest guy in the world owning the political paper of note and being
It's
in bed
spooky.
with the CIA, and he's on a Pentagon board?
Yeah, no, it's all spooky.
It's like some kind of Orwellian fucking nightmare.
Well, he's got so much money.
And you can't criticize him in the paper. They won't let.
It's okay to vote for Orwellian nightmares. It's a good idea. Let's keep consenting. Let's keep it going.
You know, the people who write for that paper aren't going to fucking criticize Washington Post for doing that. So that's the world we live in. And then we have the government. If you ever try to tell about a crime inside the government, then the government will use the Espionage Act to crack down on you. So we're living in an oligarchy, Joe. Our democracy has already been taken from us.
And not just a democracy. Everything has already been taken from you. We literally vote to ban the bare necessities in reality. We don't know what science is. Science has been banned. We don't know what medical procedures are available. That's been banned. We don't know what compounds can cure people. All that's been banned. We don't know the type of energy propulsion that they have. That's been banned too. You can't even say anything about the things that they banned. Like, that's the crazy part, that we completely live in a 100% full spectrum domination society. We are slaves on a plantation and we have no idea what is real anymore. Why in the hell would anybody vote for that? Why would you vote for that? And don't not vote. I told you, my position on that is they don't care if you don't vote. They could care less. If you don't vote, they just group you up with people who are lazy or who just don't believe in Donald Trump or Joe Biden. Whoever's a third party. Like, oh, they'll vote next time. That's why we have to unregister to vote. That's my state. You have to protest to vote and you have to unregister to vote and protest. But not protest because of what Bex just said about the UK. They'll count people who don't believe in the system anymore. I don't think they give two damns about the people who just don't vote. Hang on, the sun is coming up. That messes with the green screen. Oh, look at that. The sun will come out tomorrow. Bet your bottom dollar then tomorrow there'll be death. There'll be Orwell. There'll be an alien invasion. Just pick up your bucks tomorrow. All right, the sun is going down. All right, that's better. I always feel so good when the sun comes up. Where are we at? What was I talking about? The sun will do that to you. But Bex, right, protesting, right. Well, you know what, listen, it's like that saying, definition of insanity, right? You know, if you keep doing a thing and you don't get the result from doing the thing, you might actually be insane if you keep doing the thing, which is why I'm not interested in protesting, right? They literally wrote that right in the laws, didn't they, Bex, that you have a right to get out there and fight the pie with the protests because they don't read Sharpie signs. Billionaires and trillionaire families don't care what your sign says. They don't care if you're in the street. They don't even care if you burn down parts of their cities. They just make money rebuilding them. They got insurance on all of it. They're not worried about none of that. You have to do what they don't, which is why I started posting stuff from Sun Tzu on the Art of War, right? You have to do things that really get their attention. Not voting doesn't get their attention. Unregistering their vote may not even get their attention. But at least it's an act in belief and consciousness and energy that I'm no longer going to put my energy into sex trafficking, human trafficking, war, mass and prison industrial complex, police state, and ignoring the Constitution and Bill of Rights in every single line, and completely banning the bare necessities that human beings need to exist, not even thrive, but even exist on the planet. Absolutely.
So you know that this isn't a democracy. They've done studies. This is provable.
Was the thing about...
And this is the part where I disagree with Jimmy, because he's a big democracy guy. I think he's a big lefter, if I'm not mistaken. I disagree with him. But I think to a degree, if you're big, you can't get it right in enough places. You just gotta be just enough that keeps people divided. He still plays the divide game. When people discover humanity, that's when I really start to listen in. When people start talking democracy, which is just mob rule, right? That's what they want. They love democracy. The billionaires love democracy. Look at the world. Look at what they did with the world with democracy. They've literally colonized, blown up, destroyed, and murdered and dominate the entire world with democracy. Tell me democracy works. Tell me it works. Gang rape doesn't work. Gang rape only gets people raped. Okay? That is what a democracy is. We need to talk about sovereignty, human sovereignty. You have no rights to say anything about Rebecca Costello. Damn it, if she wants to put the alligator farm next door, then let her. I'm sorry, Rebecca, I'm just putting you on blast. I thought she bought some land next to her. She down there in Florida. I'm a little upset because they don't have to wear face diapers. And she bought some land next to her and her family. They raise alligators. They got an alligator farm. They got a piranha farm. They like to swim with sharks and stuff like that. But that's her business. Ain't got nothing to do with you. Ain't got nothing to do with you. Sovereignty. She is a sovereign. Damn it. If Mr. Costello wants to ride on the backs of hyenas, then damn it, that's that. I'm sorry. People here, I think all of y'all are funny. Oh, good Lord, Rebecca. Yeah, I'm never gonna let you live it down. I was talking about alligators, and she posted a picture of her feet like splashing in the water, sitting on the back of her deck. It was an alligator. I was like, Rebecca Costello, crazy as hell. But I love it. I love people who go do crazy stuff and show me the real natural world. Alligators don't want to eat you. You're not even their food.
From the Huffington Post, I mean, derail us, but was it valid? Was it a valid criticism?
Yeah, valid criticism. Yeah.
What was it about?
He criticized about how Jeff Bezos treats his workers.
Oh, okay. That has been an open area of discussion that I've talked to someone who actually worked there, and they were saying that they get like a countdown. So say an order comes in, they literally have like a countdown on their tablet, and the countdown says, I don't know what the amount of time is, but you have to run and find that fucking product and get it in the box and get it shipped out inside a very small window of time. He goes, so I'm literally running.
Hell yeah.
I go, you run? He goes, yeah, you literally run, because if you don't meet your countdown, he goes, you can only like get away with that for a certain amount of times, then you get in real trouble.
So they also have these new things, the wrists, the bands that they've just developed.
They shock you like a
that
dog?
shock you.
No, were you serious?
Yeah.
I was joking.
Oh
my God! I'm telling you, they just fucking shock you.
He'll pull it up. They'll vibrate, and if you're moving the wrong way, it'll shock you back. It'll shock you back to the right way.
But does it hurt, or is it like? Have you ever
I don't think it
driven a new
hurts.
Cadillac?
Yeah.
The new Cadillacs, if you go too close to the side, it gives you like zub 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 zub. Gives you like a little feeling.
Amazon patents
wristbands
designed to track and steer employees' movements. Wow. So Jeff Bezos, it's been reported, which is true, is that he would rather.
That guy's not running. Run! Or get my shit in a day. Run!
So now there's plenty. There's a couple.
All right, I gotta talk about that for a second. This is where the IT side comes in. Like, people are like, yeah, but it doesn't hurt. It's just it's a buzz to make sure that the person in the warehouse just goes up the right aisle. That's all. Anybody in IT would know exactly what that is and exactly what they're doing. No, any engineers in IT anyway. They're right. So remember I told you how contact tracing software didn't just come out of nowhere like, yeah, we made contact tracing software in a month. Nope, they've always had it. They've always had it. And no, they did not use it for rape. They did not use it for human trafficking. They did not use it for pedophiles. They did not use it for any of that. They've had it for a while. So what they're doing is they're actually using the software to use human beings to train or prepare for the swarming robots that will maintain those warehouses. That's all it is. That's all it is. If you got an AI robot, see, a robot you program to go up this aisle, that aisle, that aisle, that aisle, that's just software. That's if then else, blah, 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 blah. But for AI's got some other thoughts, right? It's thinking, maybe I should get home, feed the robot babies. Maybe I should go up here and see if there's a faster method. No, they'll already have the software using biological human beings to train it to stay on path. The most efficient route. The same way Facebook got caught doing that. How we're training AI with what we do online, right? We are being utilized as guinea pigs for the world this time. This is all slavery, people. It's all slavery. The slave didn't pick it fast enough, you whip him. This is no different. It's no different. But Jeff Bezos is a great guy because he's got the deals with the CIA and he owns the Washington Post, and he gave all the people that very soon he will be firing for AI warehouses because we keep buying from him, but he gave them all minimum wage.
The problem of this.
Robots.
One of them would be unions, right?
Yes.
So I'm like, my whole thing is, why can't we unionize Amazon? Why can't we unionize Walmart? I know they make it hard. Walmart literally shut down their meatpacking in Texas because the meatpacking group, they unionized in Texas. They, fuck it, we're not going to sell meat anymore in Texas. That's how we'll fuck over the union. So, but we got to figure out a way to get unions in. And there's another thing, Teddy.
No, we don't. We don't have to figure out a way to unionize Amazon. Is that Jimmy? What's his name? I forgot his name. Jimmy Dore, yeah. No, you don't have to do that, brother. You don't have to do that. See, this is where we do principle thinking. This is what some of my crazy friends here taught me to do. Principle thinking. Think about the principle. Go down to the root. And this is what corporate America taught me. Root cause analysis, right? So if you want to unionize and bring about better conditions in Amazon, you're just trying to keep greed and slavery going. Maybe having a plantation is a bad idea. Maybe human labor is a bad idea. Maybe slavery is the bad idea. Not that you get better pay or you get longer breaks or you get better health care. Maybe human beings should not be forced labor in a time where we have robots that can do that labor. How about you unionize the human race? Imagine that. What would actually be fixed if we just took it a tier lower? And instead of unionizing against a corporation, unionizing against an industry, unionizing against a corrupt government or nation, and unionize the human race. That's what consciousness is. That's what sentience is. Imagine if you actually did that and we all stood together. Ooh, there was a good Art of War quote. I posted yesterday. Oh, you know what? I'm gonna have to find that. Because it's applicable. So I keep telling my brother to read The Art of War and he'll never read it. I'm not gonna waste my time. I got to get to racism. He's gonna get it. He's gonna get it one day. He's gonna get it. There was a lot. Oh, goodness gracious. See if I can find it. I posted it yesterday. Art of War. Ooh, goodness gracious. I don't post much anymore, do I? Yeah, life's getting a little busy into the apocalypse. Here it go right here. Here it go. Wanna hear? Here it go. Living color. Wanna hear? Here it go. Don't worry about that. If you're under 29, you won't know what I'm talking about. Here you go right here. Boom. Lao Tzu quote. Sun Tzu. There you go. It is the rule in war. If 10 times the enemy's strength, you surround them. If 5 times the enemy's strength, you attack them. If double, be able to divide them. If equal, if you have the equal force of the enemy, you engage them. If you are fewer than they are, you evade them. And if you are weaker, be able to completely avoid them. Right? Lao Tzu said that. Tao Tzu said that. Lao Tzu, Tao Tzu, I don't know. Tiddlywink, somebody said it. Somebody very important that wrote The Art of War. And I'm just wondering about the question. Well, what if you outnumber them 7 billion to 0.01%? What if you outnumber them 7 billion to, I don't know, how many people actually own the planet that we're aware of? A couple hundred? A couple thousand? What if you outnumber them 7 billion? What if you unionized the human race and just said, no, we're not doing slavery anymore? We're done with this. We tried this and it didn't work out. You keep saying that democracy and capitalism and socialism and communism and just one more time, vote one more time, agree to this one more time, that your world is going to get better, and the world ain't never got no better. All we did was take the dark things and push them to the weakest people and portions of the planet that we don't have to see, so we can have unicorn lattes and never drive through the ghetto. Never drive through Congo, never drive through Syria, never drive through places we blow up and rob. What if you outnumber them 7 billion? Because this is based in warfare of almost equal forces, where you might only have outnumbered the enemy by 5 times. What if you outnumber them? I mean, what is the math on that? What is that, like a couple 100 million to 1? There's no way we could be alive. We can't be alive. I don't think we're alive. There's no way no alien would ever think, because that's not the actions of something that is alive. If you're okay with slavery and Jeff Bezos and Elon Musk and all of these corporations and industries and these families, come on, man. There's no way no aliens would ever think that we're alive. We're not demonstrating any signs of intellectual thought, critical thinking, common damn sense, or sentience. We continue to let them abuse the planet and destroy the very ecosystem that we live in. Like, what's that saying about the dog, that dogs don't doo-doo where they eat? That's a complete lie. That's total fake news. I done seen dogs poop right there, turn around, grab it up, chew it up, and spit it back out. If you doo-doo where you eat, how alive are you? If you want death, if you destroy the ecosystem and the planet that you need to survive, and you kill your offspring, what would want you to stick around? What would God blessing you look like in that scenario if you're burning, eating up so nothing else can have it? Okay. I think we got places to go psychologically or mentally. But it damn sure isn't. We're voting for more of it. But I ain't gonna watch that debate. I'm gonna watch the debate. I'm gonna have to watch the debate because it's not gonna be a debate. It's not a debate. It's a Milli Vanilli show. It's a stage. The world
Roosevelt
is a stage.
was a trust buster, he was a monopoly buster. 50% of all online purchases go through Amazon.com in the United States.
50%.
Yeah. 51% of households in America have Amazon Prime. Only 49% have a landline. So more people have Amazon Prime in the United States than have fucking landline. So
what? Is that real?
Mm-hmm. So Teddy Roosevelt would come along and go, we got to break this company up.
Wow.
He would say this is, but first of all, Jeff Bezos, because he owns the paper, Trump was right when he said he's there to get the tax in his favor, because he was able to go around and hollow out economies of Main Street, little small towns all around, because he didn't have to pay taxes, the income tax for Amazon. And so the brick and mortar places did. He closed them down by undercutting them, right? And now he's opening up brick and mortar stores. He closed down all the Barnes and Nobles and the Borders books, and now he's opening up Amazon bookstores. Did you know that?
No.
Yes.
See, this is what is not possible if you actually have a government. If you actually have something that is governing, you have something that's looking out for you. Remember the saying, for us, by us, we the people? All that stuff. If you actually had somebody that has your back, that's worth voting for, me getting up in the morning, putting on half a sock for, let alone going to a voting booth, they would break up the monopolies. We literally have been invaded by industries, corporations, billionaires, banks, and criminals. And the people who are supposed to have our backs, the government, don't even have our backs. The people in the role of government, anyway, they're not actually government. They're a governing corporation and have been since 1871. It is just a corporation. It is a corporation. Corporations are abused and controlled by bankruptcy and money, which is why they're all in debt, which is why this system is a debt-based system controlled by central bankers. You don't have a government. All you have is a governing corporation, and that's how the global bankers can hold a shank to the neck of the people you call leaders, which is why none of them do anything that you want them to do unless they got a scam into doing. I think that's the end of that.
Amazon
So
books are 64%. 64.
There you go.
64.
It's even up higher than from when I looked.
Have Amazon Prime. Now, how many of those people use it for television? This is my question, because I know that Amazon started to make apparently some very good shows, but I don't hear anybody talking about watching them.
I won't. One of my favorite shows is on Amazon, and I refuse to watch it. I've been refusing to watch this show for a minute. I'm sorry, I can fix the screen. Zombieland Part 2. Anybody see Zombieland? It's an important documentary. And I want to watch it, Part 2. No, not Part 2. Part 3? I forgot, no, because it was a Part 2. There was a Zombieland sequel that they did, I think before the sequel. Or no, it was a TV show. Something like that. It's supposed to be on Amazon. Anyway. I don't watch it. I don't have an Amazon account. I don't buy anything from Amazon. I literally just paid more for a part for my car than instead of buying it on Amazon. Because to me, this isn't a joke. I'm not joking. I'm not playing politics with you. I'm not playing human with you. I'm not playing slavery with you. Like, when we say things, we got to change our behavior. This is who we really are. And other than that, it's all just bullshit. It's all just entertainment like tonight's debate. You're either changing your ways or you just bull-shizzling with everybody else. I'm not interested in bull-shizzling. I like the real world. So that's the problem with being a damn parent. Is you're not allowed to be about bullshizzling. You have to be true, because you know that you got people coming behind you that didn't ask to be here. Didn't have to be here at all. There ain't no way on this planet nobody deserves the United States Incorporated. All right, it's getting late, y'all. It's getting late. I got pee. I suppose to pee before we did this, but I'm gonna read comments, and when we're done with the comments, I'm gonna get out. I was gonna show you something else. We've got other things for tomorrow we can do. Everything is connected in their web. Distraction for the rest. That's it, Diane. They distract everybody, and everything goes their way because we keep consenting and voting for it. Will money pay all the days ones awake something? Oh, I gotta go up. I'm sorry, it's going too fast. Or you can put that comment again. I forgot I wrote that. I gotta go down. I'm way up in the comments over here. I got the fresh comments here, the old ones down here, so I jump back and forth. I watch Amazon Prime shows too. Yeah, I don't, Stacey. There's nothing wrong with that. You gotta do you. I watch Hulu shows, and Hulu probably ain't too much better. Too much better. But I stopped watching Netflix because of that damn show. What's the name? Cooties? What's the name of that damn show on Netflix? Kitty Cooties or something like that? My hashtag Save the Children friend posted that. And I was like, yeah. I saw the ad for that, and I was like, yeah, I'm gonna need to cancel my account. It's hard for me to look at that and just be like, yeah, that was an accident. No, somebody made that show, produced it, and somebody in Netflix had to look at that and say, yeah, it's a good idea to have Kitty Cooties. What's the name of that show? Something like that. Nasty. I couldn't even, the damn trailer got me upset. But then again, I'll go back to say, well, and how different is Netflix from United States Incorporated anyway? How different is that trafficking and what they're doing and using kids to turn on pedophiles or whatever? How's that any different than the Pentagon? How's that any different than the CIA? How's that any different from any presidential administration that's ever run the United States Incorporated, whose number one job seems to be blowing up other countries to make more humans for the trafficking? And every president does more. It gets worse. Every damn president. Donald Trump is the demon. You say so. That's not reality, but if you say so, this has been going on a long time. Cults, yes, they are, Diane. They are cults. You take me out of my emotional reaction. Oh, it's good. Yeah, Melissa, do not do goodness. Yes, Melissa, do not be emotional. Do not get it. You know what? I'm not even gonna say nothing about your video. The same way that you were like popping in when your husband was saying something, you're like, and you disappear, you come back. Don't get emotional. You gotta enjoy this life. You gotta go with it. Even in difficult times, hard to talk to people, problems going on, stuff like that. Stress in the marriage, stress in the political parties. Don't act emotional. If you get emotional, you're being controlled. Every time you make a knee-jerk reaction, someone has already calculated what that action is going to be. Don't get emotional. Be logical as much as possible. When I get emotional, Melissa, I leave the conversation. I don't do anything in emotion. I got to get out of Dodge. And I think I got good emotion. For the most part, people around me, when I get emotional, they're like, Gerard, you should go take a knee, bro. Go take a knee, bro. Because you're going to say something stupid, you're going to do something stupid, and I'll go take a knee. Surround yourself with people who are good people who wish the best for you. And when you're emotional, you're being controlled. Your passion is enviable. Thank you, Rebecca Costello. That's not passion. It's fear, girls. Fear. It's fear. We got to run. I'd love to be in the zombie apocalypse movie only when it's on the movies. I don't want people to get cured out here and they start going around talking about some brains and stuff. I don't want to be in that. That's nasty. I like to eat food and not smell decaying flesh right out in the front yard. That's fear. That's not passion. Do not mistake passion, Rebecca Costello, with fear. It's what I have putting my feet in lakes full of crocodiles. Ain't never gonna happen. That's a passion to keep my feet. It's a passion not to go visit the Costellos. Put my feet in their lake. Go play around on their alligator farm. How y'all get the alligators and sharks to live together anyway? I'm curious about that. Our sun is a big red ball of fire from fire, smoke again. Yeah, it is. Well, things are happening with that, Barbara Peters, right? Like there's the change in the solar cycles. We're going through the dimming phase now. So crops are harder to grow. Is that going to be on the presidential election tonight? They're going to talk about this. It's harder to grow crops and people actually got to eat food. Voting for banning bare necessities. They're still destroying crops they're still putting the pesticides in the ground that's killing the microbes that actually feed the plants that create healthy food for the humans to eat. It's like, okay, yeah, we're going to talk about not poisoning the human race. Can we talk about not poisoning citizens ever? Ever? I don't know. It's never been a presidential debate I've ever seen. You only get to debate the stupid stuff. You only get to debate the fantasies. You don't get to debate the real things, like why nobody owns land, that human beings take care of themselves better than governments, that adults are better adulting than giving it over to leaders. Why don't we ever talk about that? Why don't we ever talk about free the human race? How come they did none of the debates about, we need to use the zeitgeist movement to free portions of the population that don't have to work anymore so they can raise their children, be happy, create better technology? Where's that debate? Ever? Where's liberty debated? Ever? Freedom? All the words that we like to put into the Americans, everything, from sea to shining sea, giving it back to the human beings. We ever talking about that? How about all the treaties we don't honor? Every government on the planet and every tribe in existence. How about all of that? Can we have a debate doing right by people? How can we debate reparations? Oh yeah, but they are debating reparations. But it's only if you got chocolate skin. The world ain't never been hard on nobody else. It's just people, you can have some chocolate skin, you get some reparations. Everybody else is cakewalk. Y'all ain't had it easy. Y'all ain't been beat, abused, raped, lived in poverty, having to eat mud cakes and cookies and pies and stuff your stomach with pancakes at night so you could sleep. Nobody ain't been through nothing hard. King ain't never killed nobody else. That's what I mean. You got to beat things down to a principle level. If you don't beat it down to a principle level, you're a part of the system. You're what's holding it up. You're not raging against the machine. You're helping the machine. If you're fighting racism, you're not fighting the power. You are literally holding the power in place because that's what the power gave you. If you're out there protesting, which I don't say don't protest, and I don't say don't go fight emotions. You do anything that you want to do. Everybody's got a role to play. But if the system tells you that you can do it, should you? Will a system give you the ability to destroy it? Think about that. Now, I'm a systems engineer. That's why I think about things from that perspective. A system's job is to survive. Anything it will give you, it re-empowers itself. If it tells you to go protest, if it literally puts bricks out there for you, gives you $100 million, obviously it wants you to do it, right? If it keeps you fighting for democracy and freedom, patriot, get out there, patriot! Obviously, you don't have liberty. And you're not patriotizing your own liberty or your freedom. This system doesn't give two damns about the Constitution, Bill of Rights, your human rights, or any of that. You don't even own any damn land. If the system tells you to do it, if the system empowers you, you are not fighting the system that way. You'll know when you're fighting the system because the system will respond with extreme violence or you will disappear. That's why I say most of the people that I would call heroes or heroines, And not many, because I'm an adult and I ain't got time for that. I ain't wearing nobody underoos. Love me some Martin Luther King. I do not have his name on my drawers. It's not going to happen. I really don't do heroes. But most of them, the people who did the most heroic acts, are in the cemetery. That tells me what I need to do. That tells me I'm obviously surrounded by demons, which is why I think I'm in hell. I told my family member that this morning. I said, I'm surrounded by people that can't seem to put two and two together, and they're re-embracing the things that they say they hate. They hate racism, but they're doing everything they can to create more racism on the other side because they're not critically thinking through stuff. It's like, I'm in hell. I'm obviously surrounded by demons. I don't think y'all are real. I think I'm on the Gerard show. This is the Truman Show. There's no way that this is real. There's no way that y'all actually put that man on that stage and he's gonna debate with the other man. That's not a debate. That's called abuse if it's real. But more likely, it's just a show. It's just entertaining. 100% slavery. It is, Christine. And we need to go ahead and say maybe slavery is a bad idea. Maybe it is. Maybe we should emancipate the whole human race and become a human union. The human body will push anything foreign out in time. Yes, it will, no Clef. I don't think there's anything that they can do to really destroy us. Like, I think that whole DNA vaccine thing, I think in a couple generations, your body will get through it. You know, great grandkids, the human body will probably reset and reboot, get that gate stuff out of it. But until then, you'll probably have all kind of genitals on your face, ear on your butt, arm on your leg, have all kind of crazy stuff. Men with boobies and women with other things, and anuses in places they ain't supposed to be. I think the human race gonna go through trouble. They messing around with stuff they don't understand. You might get an anus in your armpit. Go to the toilet. I'll be right back. I wouldn't have to get up to use the bathroom. Yeah, I'm tinkling right now. I got an extra one on my big toe. I wouldn't have to take bathroom breaks. Oh, that sun is coming out tomorrow. All right, I gotta get going. Because I have to use the bathroom. I can't even talk about this stuff. Like, Jeannie's in the house. Good morning. Radical, G. Am I radical, Glenn? I don't think I'm radical. Somebody said political. Yeah, political is nonsense. Politics, Melissa, is just another way of saying narcissist. Politics today is just another way of saying sociopath. You think you're right and you want to force other people to be like you. And you're willing to use a violent system that will murder the other people if they don't do what you want them to do. That's not called politics. That's called a psychotic, sociopath, narcissistic system that people can't seem to figure out. Greedy pigs they are, Melissa. Absolutely, absolutely. Sun Tzu, thank you, Jonathan. Teacher in the house, big teach, Jonathan. I only lasted a bit over a year there, and prior to me, my boss and 9 secretaries in 9 months. Lots of laughter. I'm not sure what you're saying, Jeannie, but I gotta pee, my brain doesn't work. It's just something about these things. When they gotta do something, your man brain shuts off. I just saw 9 months, and I'm just thinking, like, who wants a planet? Why in the world would you vote for a system that makes a woman go back to work after having a damn baby within 3 months? That is insane. That's what you're talking about. That's crazy. That is crazy. You have a baby, and within 9 months, not even 9 months, 9 years. Why in the hell would you want a system that would make you stop raising the next generation to go work for Bezos and billionaires and Musks and all these criminal corporations that are stealing minerals and resources from other nations? The whole system needs to burn, people. I watch everything and I read everything. That's good to do, Stacy. Absolutely. Take it all in as much as you can and change your behavior with everything you take after you critically think through all of it. I plan to be basically disconnected as possible to actually address. And that's a good thing, Citizen Dead. We have to off-grid everything. Got to off-grid power, off-grid politics, off-grid tribalism, off-grid the whole racism and racism fights, off-grid the protest. All we got to do is walk away from the system. The system needs you to engage it, which includes fight with it or fight for it or fight others within it. All you got to do is just stop believing in it. Stop believing in it, and it collapses. It is that damn simple. Which is the crazy thing, Citizen Dead, which is probably why I laugh all the time. I think about it now, it's like, y'all, you just in a Japanese, Chinese finger trap. That's all it is. I don't know if Japanese or Chinese is one of them over there. You keep pulling, you can't get out. Oh, dummy. All you gotta do is let it go. Just let it go. Put your fingers together. Just stop believing that you can get out the finger trap by pulling on racism, by pulling on white people, by pulling on immigrants, by pulling a system that doesn't respect your rights and you think you're a patriot. Stop pulling. Let it go. And the damn thing falls. 7 billion people against a 0.01%. There's no reason to fight. All we got to do is walk away. When someone did something wrong in the tribe, the rest of the tribe would spend 2 days talking to them. Oh, dang it. Yoshua, I'm sorry, that comment just went down. I'll see it over here. I'm gonna get down to the bottom, then I'm gonna go. We are powerful beyond measure. I wish for all to own it. We are, Barbara, but we also have to be able to support that, right? We have to love each other in that sort of way. We have to respect and love each other as cousins, and look out for each other, or those powers will never come to bear. I think everybody's here for a reason. Deanna Lou, good morning. The odds are good, but the goods are odd. Ooh. Yeah, go on with that. Which I got to process through the multiple meanings that just went through my head. Yeah, the odds are good, but the goods are odd. They are. The odds are good. So what went through my head when I said that? The odds are good that we can beat and fix the system to actually work for the human race. But there are aspects of this system that should never existed to begin with. Right? War, blood minerals, slavery, violence, pentagons, military. The military's got to go. You got to disarm the police, but first you got to disarm the damn government. Governments don't need militaries anymore. Have we not evolved enough consciousness yet to stop voting for militaries and sanctions? Sanctions, that's just war. That's another bare necessity being banned. You ban somebody's bare necessities, you will turn that bear into a grizzly, which is where terrorism comes from. Terrorism is not an organic thing. We make terrorists, and then we send troops to go fight terrorists that we made after we funded them, and the same banks that own us give them what they need to fight with us. It's a circle jerk all the way around, no matter how you look at it. So the goods are odd. So the part of the goods that gotta go is this idea of power over each other. Narcissistic, sociopathic ideas need to go away. There's no need to politic. See, politics came out of scarcity, right? That's when we started politics. That's when we started robbing Peter to pay Paul because we didn't have enough. But now we got enough for Peter and Paul. So why are we robbing anybody? We can stop robbing. Nobody robs you if everybody has the things that we need, and we have automation to do that. It's just sharing would mean that you wouldn't be a slave. That's why they have everybody voting for the system. Denial is a river in Egypt. Is it, Yoshua? Ants and elephants. No clip. Cat. The 0.00001%. And hopefully y'all know what she's saying when she says that. She's saying basically like it was 2%, then it became a 1%. Now it's a 0.0001. As we keep voting to funnel the massive amounts of resources on this planet to a decreasing few, there's less for everybody else. So that 0.001% clearly has weaponry that none of us are aware of, as well as a backup plan, as well as a bolt holes and extinction plans, blah, blah. Depopulation is the most obvious thing going on now. Will things be better for commoners after that? The footprints leading here, don't think so. I agree with all of that, I think, Cat, to the end. Like, yeah, oh yeah, they got weapons. Oh, they got, ooh, girl, do they got weapons. I bet you they have weapons. We don't even know what they got. Why I'm not for any kind of violent solutions. One, they never work. Two, you don't even know what you're facing. In the art of war, if I could put something in Sun Tzu's mouth, if you don't know what the enemy got, maybe you shouldn't be fighting them. You can't make a strategy for an enemy and you don't know what kind of weapons that they have. I do think things work out on the end, Cat, because I think that everything is conscious. I think the planet is conscious. I think everything's happening for a reason. They are trying to depopulate us, as kings and lords always have, but I'm pretty sure they lose. I think there are greater things in control that we're unaware of. Just how they can't make DNA vaccines that totally destroy the human race permanently. Things always tend to reboot. Something else is in control. Something else has power. There are multiple dimensions. Things people call gods. There's a lot going on. And then there's spirituality. Dang, that looks horrible. That sun is coming up. The sun is coming up today. Cause they about to have a debate and it's gonna show us all fake. Cause they're scammers. Just think about the scam tomorrow. I bet you $1 that tomorrow, hopefully there'll be some sun. I hope people figure it out watching the debate. Because obviously it's going to be staged. There's no way on this planet they're going to let Job and Bode and somebody else go together and have any sort of discussion about any damn thing. Unless they got all kind of uppers and downers and regulators and scripts and teleprompters and everything. Because he's going to be all talking about pink elephants. That's not going to happen. That's not going to happen. That's how I really knew that these people weren't serious. I mean, they said, oh, we got Bernie Sanders and Bernie debate. You get Bernie up there, it might even be a real debate. Both of them, like, forms of, boom, making sense. He up there. Well, little orphan Annie, it's false. Little orphan Annie she did not have a red dress. It was blue. This is going to be out. No, we're talking economics. But there is none to debate anymore. Debating in politics made sense when we didn't have enough. Now we got more than enough. The only thing that we have is our ignorance. Are we going to get rid of it? Are we going to keep it? I like your thinking. Good, I like my thinking too, Deanna. Till tomorrow, then I'll like my thinking. Till tomorrow when I hear some new information, I'll change that. A mom should at least stay home 3 years with her children, actually more than 3 years. Permanently, Christine. The right answer is permanently. We have the resource for every mother to stay home and actually do the most important job on this planet, which is raise her children. We got the resources for dads to do the most important job that's ever existed on this planet, which is to raise their children. The next generation is the most important thing we have. The vast majority of our resources need to go into the next generation, not in blowing up the weakest people, the meekest people supposed to inherit the planet, because we need to steal from them. Stop voting, stop cheering on this nonsense. But watch the entertainment tonight. It's all entertainment. This is Gerard.